Welcome to the 10th episode of this series about our American West and the Stephens-Townsend-Murphy Party. Every other week, we'll share a 10-minute slice of some of the best stories about how the American West came to be and California grew to become the fourth largest economy in the world. It all began in the mid-1800s, following an immigrant migration that began as a trickle, then became a massive movement fueled by desire for land, economic opportunities, and escaping hardships. This week, we cover the Survivors and Heroes expedition. For the past 12 months, 6 adventurers have been living and breathing 1844. Their preparation reads like a graduate-level history seminar crossed with extreme sports training. Beginning September 29th, these endurance athletes will attempt something that's never been done, a 135-mile horseback crossing of the Sierra Nevada, following the exact route of the 1844 Stephens-Townsend-Murphy Party's Horseback Party of Six. Yes, the same route that included 2 brave women, Elizabeth Townsend and Ellen Murphy, who chose to ride through winter wilderness rather than stay with the main wagon train. We hope you enjoy.
Have you ever been so utterly captivated by a historical riddle that you felt this irresistible urge to not just read about it, but to actually live it? I'm talking about, grown adults, sensible people, carefully looking over these 180-year-old diary fragments and intensely debating whether an 18-year-old kid, Moses Schellenberger, truly survived a whole winter alone at Donner Lake on reportedly fox meat and dried peas.
It sounds almost unbelievable, doesn't it?
It really does. So welcome, everyone, to the wonderfully peculiar and I think profoundly dedicated world of history expeditions.
Yeah, it's a world where the past isn't just something you observe, from a distance or study in dusty archives.
Right.
Instead, these modern adventurers, they don't just channel their inner pioneers.
Yeah.
They actively stepped into their boots. They transform rigorous academic research into something really visceral, a lived experience.
And that spirit is really what's driving our deep dive today. We're zeroing in on what I can only call a magnificent obsession. It's a group of 6 elite endurance athletes undertaking this unprecedented 135-mile horseback crossing of the Sierra Nevada to unearth and really honor these forgotten American heroes by recreating their death-defying journey. And it's a success story, one that's often and kind of tragically overshadowed.
Yeah, so we're going to dive deep into the incredible story of the 1844 Stephens-Townsend-Murphy Party's Horseback Party of Six. We'll explore the, frankly, astonishing dedication of these modern adventurers, and in doing that, really try to understand what it means to take meticulously gathered historical facts and turn them into something profoundly personal, something deeply felt.
This isn't just some adventure story, then. It's like a living, breathing bridge across 181 years of history.
That's a great way to put it.
And you, our listener, you're getting a front row seat to all the details. Okay, let's unpack this. It's a truly pivotal chapter in American history, but like we said, often overlooked. When we talk about pioneering journeys across the Sierra Nevada, most people's minds, they immediately jump to the tragic stories of the Donner Party.
Right, that's the one everyone knows.
But what if I told you that 2 years before that fateful attempt, there was an equally significant and actually far more triumphant crossing, one that literally paved the way for westward expansion into California?
And what's really crucial to understand here is that the 1844 Stephens-Townsend-Murphy Party, named after its key leaders, obviously they achieved the first successful wagon crossing of the Sierra Nevada.
The first one.
The very first. This wasn't just another trip. It was a monumental feat. It truly opened California to overland immigration. And it's pretty remarkable that this incredible success, which laid so much groundwork, happened 2 full years before the later tragedy that unfortunately kind of eclipsed its significance in popular memory.
It really is a classic case, isn't it? Triumph overshadowed by tragedy later on. Their success was absolutely foundational. And at the very heart of our deep dive today is a smaller, incredibly daring group from that original party, what they called the Horseback Party of Six.
Ah, okay.
These were individuals who broke off from the main wagon train. They couldn't make it to Sutter's Fort with those heavy wagons before winter really hit hard.
And their feat was, well, audacious is one word for it.
Yeah.
It required an almost unimaginable level of grit, I think.
Yeah.
They decided to just push ahead, crossing treacherous winter terrain on horseback, and reached Sutter's Fort, which was, a key trading and military outpost near present-day Sacramento in just 26 days.
26 days.
In winter conditions. I mean, this was an era when such journey was considered almost impossible.
The sheer courage of the individuals in that smaller group really stands out. You had two women, Elizabeth Townsend and Ellen Murphy, who chose to ride through that brutal winter wilderness.
Incredible.
That's a pioneering spirit. That's hard to describe, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And then there's Moses Schellenberger, the 18-year-old we mentioned earlier. His solo winter survival story at Donner Lake, living on, supposedly, fox meat and dried peas.
Right, the fox meat and peas guy.
Yeah, that became legendary. His resilience, especially, is a core part of the narrative these modern adventurers are trying to honor.
Which brings us to a really important question. Why does this specific historical reevaluation matter so much today?
Right.
The modern expedition's goal isn't just to retrace some steps on a map. It's really a noble quest to give proper, long overdue recognition to these souls who survived this ordeal and became the shoulders upon which California was built.
I like that phrasing.
It's about shining a light on California's true first pioneers, maybe reshaping our understanding of those early foundational successes. By doing that, they're not just correcting the historical record, they're offering a more complete, more accurate understanding of the forces that shaped the American West.
It really highlights how historical stories can be dramatically shifted or even maybe restored through this kind of dedicated living effort.
Exactly. It's active history.
So, okay, to authentically recreate a journey this monumental, you can't just, slap on a cowboy hat and hop on a horse.
No.
This is far, far beyond your average adventure tourism thing. The preparation for this modern expedition.
Yeah.
It sounds like something hooked up in a high-level academic research lab, then taken straight to an elite military training ground.
You're absolutely right. This is definitely not a casual recreational ride. It's been meticulously designed as a kind of graduate-level history seminar crossed with extreme sports training.
Wow.
The commitment is profound. It starts with an academic deep dive that, frankly, would make most professional historians pretty envious.
And what's truly remarkable is the sheer intensity of their research. For the past 12 months, these 6 adventurers have been quite literally living and breathing 1844. They've scoured museums, historical societies, private collections worldwide. They weren't just browsing. They were hunting down primary sources like true treasure hunters, piecing together these fragments of the past.
And the breadth of that research is pretty staggering. It wasn't just about old diaries. They dove into PhD dissertations on Native American trade routes, which is crucial because the original party's success depended heavily on indigenous knowledge.
Ah, okay.
They studied archaeological reports of Sierra Nevada migration patterns, even collected oral histories from indigenous communities whose ancestors guided the original party. That revealed the absolutely indispensable role of established WashU trade routes.
Fascinating.
Beyond that, they analyzed paleontological evidence, painstakingly recreated 19th century weather patterns. They even consulted scientific studies on granite erosion to understand exactly how the landscape itself has changed over 180 years.
Granite erosion. That's
Yeah.
incredible detail.
It wasn't just impressive, it was essential for plotting a viable, authentic, modern route.
Yeah, I heard this anecdote about one team member spotted in a Berkeley library at like 2 a.m., practically cross-referencing diary entries with topographical surveys, muttering something about elevation profiles and ancient WashU encampments. That's not just dedication, that's obsession.
That definitely captures the spirit of their academic rigor.
And they weren't working in a vacuum, right? They brought in this all-star team of American West historians, people like Robert Cahey, David Antonucci, Dan Rosen, Bill Holmes, Bill Ugis.
That collaboration with those historians was absolutely vital. These scholars served as critical fact-checkers, devil's advocates sometimes,
Right.
making sure every historical claim the team made stood up to the most rigorous academic scrutiny. That level of collaboration ensures their historical reconstruction is as accurate and well-documented as humanly possible. It grounds the whole expedition in solid facts.
Okay, meticulous historical research. As fascinating as it is, that's only half the story here.
Right.
These are elite endurance athletes, not just casual trail riders. They've been conditioning, like their lives literally depend on it. This is the physical and logistical rigor that takes them from those dusty archives to the rugged mountain saddles.
Indeed. We're talking about an intensive physical regimen. Trail running at dawn, horseback training sessions that would make a cavalry officer proud.
Wow.
They've pushed their bodies to try and replicate the extreme demands faced by the original pioneers.
Wow.
And their logistics planning It really does rival a military operation, maybe even a NASA mission.
Seriously?
Yeah, they've meticulously mapped every single water source,
Yeah.
identified precise camping spots, coordinated supply drops with incredible, almost obsessive precision.
And the gear prep, I read it's like an art form in itself.
Oh, yeah?
We're talking carefully selected maps transformed into modern digital routes, specialized backpacking and camping gear designed for extreme conditions.
Mm-hmm.
Enough oatmeal to fuel a small army because, oatmeal was a pioneer staple.
Gotta have the oatmeal.
Right. And cutting-edge technical riding and running gear, every single detail considered, chosen, tested.
It's a powerful testament to their commitment to authenticity, Meticulously balancing historical accuracy with modern safety and efficiency. This whole preparation phase, the physical and the academic, it's as much a part of honoring the original journey as the ride itself.
Yeah.
It's like an embodied connection to the past, a felt understanding that goes way beyond just intellectual curiosity.
And this rigorous preparation isn't just academic theory. It all culminates in the expedition itself, where all that research and training becomes, living history.
Exactly. The journey itself, living history in real time.
The expedition sets off very soon, right? September 29th.
That's the plan. September 29th, bright and early, 7 a.m. from Donner Memorial State Park.
Okay.
It's planned as a 5-day expedition, wrapping up on October 3rd. They'll be covering a staggering 135 miles on horseback.
135 miles and 5 days on horseback.
Yeah. And what's particularly significant is the path they're taking. It isn't just the most convenient route. It meticulously follows ancient Native American trade routes.
Ah, the washoe routes.
Exactly. Routes that would have been well known and absolutely crucial to the original party's success.
And what a path it is. They'll be heading south towards Lake Tahoe, then west over Burton Pass. That's a formidable 7,140-foot crossing.
A key bottleneck on the original journey, and a grueling one.
Right. From there, they descend nearly 6,000 feet through the rugged Rubicon River watershed, across Girl Meadows, along the Georgetown Divide, ultimately arriving in Auburn. Wow, you can almost feel the elevation changes just hearing about it.
And what's really insightful, I think, is their dedication to these evening rituals and morning resolve. They really echo the spirit of the original party.
How so?
Well, each evening, the team plans to gather around the campfire, sharing these biographical cards with photos and stories of the original Stephens-Townsend-Murphy Party members. These aren't just casual chats. These moments become intimate memorial services, directly connecting them to the souls who survived and the sacrifices made.
That sounds incredibly powerful. A way to really internalize the history they're recreating.
Simple fare that directly echoes the survival rations of their predecessors, reinforcing that connection day after day.
But I also read they've planned some nightcaps featuring Shackleton whiskey.
Yes, apparently so. Because, as the source puts it, even historical accuracy needs a little enhancement. It's a little nod, I guess, to the enduring spirit of adventure and resilience that kind of marks both eras.
This blend of strict historical adherence and these thoughtful personal touches, it really embodies that beautiful madness you mentioned.
Yeah, it's about more than just physical endurance. It's about spiritual and intellectual immersion. But they're not just relying on sentiment and whiskey. This expedition is also bridging eras with modern technology to provide irrefutable historical proof.
That's fascinating. How does that work exactly?
Well, the entire expedition will be meticulously tracked via GPS.
Yeah.
Every step, every mile. And it'll all be documented by an embedded film crew.
For a documentary?
Well, yes, partly for that and public interest, sure. But this modern tech serves a profound historical purpose to definitively prove that the route they have painstakingly reconstructed through months and months of research actually works today as a viable crossing, just as it did 181 years ago.
I see. It's the ultimate validation of all that historical detective work.
Precisely.
So if we connect this back to the bigger picture, it really underscores the profound meaning of this whole project, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
In an age where so much of our experience is virtual, screen-based, these 6 adventurers are choosing the most analog experience possible.
Yeah, the most real.
They're transforming academic research into this embodied understanding, the kind of experiential history that reveals truths maybe no archive alone can capture. They are literally traversing not just miles of rugged Sierra terrain, but 181 years of history.
Stepping into the past and bringing it to life.
Yeah.
It's a powerful reminder that history isn't static. It's dynamic, it's a lived experience. And sometimes the only way to truly understand it is to walk the path of those who came before.
So we've taken a deep dive today into this magnificent obsession, an incredible blend of meticulous historical research, intense physical and logistical prep, and just profound dedication.
It's far more than just an adventure. It really is a living, breathing tribute. This expedition shines a much-needed light on forgotten heroes, on success stories that were absolutely foundational to California. It offers a fresh, tangible perspective on the true challenges and triumphs of those early American pioneers.
Yeah, it helps us understand, on a very personal level, maybe the shoulders upon which so much was built.
Well said.
Absolutely. And this deep dive, I think it shows us the power of stepping into history, not just reading it or seeing it on a screen. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What overlooked stories or unsung heroes in your own areas of interest, whatever they might be, might truly benefit from a deeper, maybe more experiential dive to fully grasp their impact and their legacy?
That's a great thought to leave people with.
We hope you enjoyed this episode and invite you to learn more about the Stephens-Townsend-Murphy Party at our websites. We provide links in the show notes. Look for more American West Live deep dives every other week, right here, or head over to our website at historyexp.org or YouTube channel at @HistoryExpeditions. From all of us at History Expeditions and the Sunnyvale Heritage Park Museum, we look forward to seeing you on the trail.